All right, good morning. Pretty cool here, so I'm wearing my jacket even in the house. It's in the 30s here in Austin. It's supposed to get colder this weekend and early next week, and I think it's supposed to get cold also in Florida, so stay warm. I thought I'd do another lesson, but let's start with a tune here. Let's do a Monroe tune. Here's a song called Come Hither to Go Yonder. That's the name of the tune. Come hither to go yonder. All right, a couple things. Listening to your audio the other day, there was one thing it's hard to tell from an audio, but it sounds like when you were doing the scale and maybe even the picking exercise, hard to tell from the audio, so I may be wrong, but it almost sounded like you were doing all downstrokes. Watch the right hand. So be sure on that first exercise you're doing down, up, 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 down, up. Same on the scale. It sounded like it was, watch the right hand. Good to practice it that way because Bill Monroe was big into all downstrokes. But more important today, the Chris Thiele's of the world, Sam Bush is more like a Monroe style player, but the Sierra Hulls, Adam Steffi, Emery Luster, the top mandolin players are going to use down up. So watch the right hand again. Down, up, 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 down. So anyway, work on that. Anyway, I wanted to do another tune. It is nice to learn some tunes. Trying to do a mix of kind of theory and exercises and tunes. And, I think I mentioned before about Jim Hurst asking me how often I practiced, and a little bit different philosophy than like Emery Luster when I talked to him, because he believes you can learn a lot of music theory just by learning fiddle tunes or learning music, occasional music. So anyway, I'm going to go over another song. This is a pretty simple fiddle tune, but it is an old Appalachian fiddle tune. The title of it's called Fly Around My Pretty Little Miss. That's the name of it, Fly Around My Pretty Little Miss. So this is, maybe to quote RJ, this is about as Americana as it comes, because this tune has been played in the mountains of the Appalachians for centuries, and it probably stems from an Irish tune, and I don't know, probably is called something different in Ireland. But anyway, this is the way it's going to sound. that's Fly Around My Pretty Little Miss played through twice. And you probably heard the first time I was pretty much just sticking to the melody, and the second time I was using a lot of drone. This is in the key of D, Delta. So it's got the key of D. If you remember a D chord, 2nd fret on the Gauss string, 2nd fret on the echo string. You know, the nice thing is I have 2 open strings, so I can use those as drones. And even remember your chords, the chords that make the major chords that make up a key are the 1, 4, and the 5. So that's D, G, and G. I have 2 open strings, and A. I also have 2 open strings. So the key of D is favored quite a bit for mandolin and fiddle music because of that. So anyway, let's get into the tune and let's just do the melody. Starts out on the 2nd fret of the echo string to open to 5 on alpha. And those can all be downstrokes, because they're quarter notes. So watch right hand. Next note is 2nd fret on the alpha string. And then so this phrase is let's do that one. Now here we have to do a down up, up. So it's 2 on alpha to 5 on alpha, which is a downstroke, then an upstroke on the open E, and back to a downstroke on that 5 on the alpha string, and back to 2 to open on the alpha. Let's do that whole phrase again, again, again. So let's put those 2 together. Again. Again. All right, next phrase. So this is down, this is open A string, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, then to 2, to 5, then to 2 on the echo string. Remember that Bonanza riff? Down, down, up, down, down, up. Here we go. Again. Again. All right, then that's half of the A part. So let's do half of one half. Actually, it's half of a half because the A part repeats. The A part does twice. So this one time through the A part, that's half of the A part. Then it's going to repeat the first phrase. Again. And then the last phrase. So the first phrase in the first half and the second half are the same. It's just that second phrase is different. So the the last phrase just starts out the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4. 4, 5, all on the A string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do that back half. Again. All right, let's do the whole A part. Let's do it through twice, just like it's going to be played. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. There we go. All right, B part. That's first half of the B part, so let's do that. This is almost all, in fact, all of the first half is all on the E string. 2 to 5. So that's down, up, down, up, down. Let's see. See the right hand? Down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. Same thing now to the G chord, but I'm going to start on the 3, and I got to reach all the way up here to the 7 with my pinky. Let's do those two together. Again. Next phrase. This still is all on the E string. So that's 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, open. 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, open. 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, open. So let's do all that together. 2, 5, 2, 5, 5, 3, 7, 3, 7, 7, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, open. So that's half of the B part. Now the second part starts the same. That last phrase is different. 2, 5, 2, open. And then it goes to 4 on the alpha. This is the first time in the B part I've gone off of the echo string. And all I'm going to do is go 4 to 5. That's 2, 5, 2, open, 4, 5. 4, 5 is on the A string. Whoops. So let's do that whole B part. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it one more time. fill. And that's Fly Around, my pretty little miss.